Hi everyone! Today I'm going to talk about how to import from China to US. We all know it's not an easy task, especially for the newbies to figure out the importing process from China, since the importing process can be extremely complex, confusing, and costly. So now I will give you a step-by-step guide, but please remember, the information I gave you below are for general purpose only. The best practice is always checking with your local customs authority and start sourcing from small orders. Okay, let's jump into the main things here. The first step you need to do is identifying your import rights. Before purchasing commercial goods into your country, as a business or an individual, you will need to identify if you have the import rights. When you are from the US, your Social Security number or your company Internal Revenue Service number will be enough for this. The second step is to identify the goods you want to import. We all know that choosing the wrong product means you are losing time and money. If you are going to be a successful importer, the first thing you need to do is to choose the correct product for sale. Your products define your business, and you definitely want to choose a product you can sell. The products are the fundamental to your business. They will affect your marketing, your profit margins, and the design you use. So make sure you have done the research and you know there's a market for the products you plan to import. In addition, you should know roughly how much your product should cost in order to make an adequate profit selling. Also, you want to gather as much information as possible about the goods you intend to import, especially the key information to determine the tariff classification. The tariff classification number, which is the HS code, will be used to determine the rate of duty that will be applied to your goods. So the third step is to ensure the goods you wish to import are permitted into your country. Certain goods are not allowed to be imported to US. So make sure whether the goods you intend to import are subject to any permits, restrictions, or regulations by the government. It is always the importer's responsibility for assuring that the goods comply with a variety of specific rules and regulations. Importing goods that violate restrictions could end up costing you quite a bit of money in fines and penalties. So be sure to check this aspect before importing. The first step is to classify your goods and calculate the landed cost. You need to determine the 10-digit tariff classification number for each item you are importing. These numbers, along with the certificate of origin, are used to determine the rate of duty you must pay when importing and then do the land cost calculation. You need to pay attention to the Incoterms and calculate the total landed cost before you place your order. For example, FOB means adding the following three together. The first is get the product price from the supplier. The second is get the shipping charges from freight agent. If it's a two-door shipping, this will be enough here. But if it's not two-door shipping, the third thing is getting the charges of customs clearance, duty, tax, land transport from landing to your warehouse. It is critical to get landed cost earlier since it's related to your total estimated cost and earnings. You may not know the exact cost of something until after your shipment arrives. Also, unexpected fees that may come up during shipping will sometimes result in fluctuations in your total landed cost. This is totally normal. In these cases, you need to estimate your costs as accurately as possible. Work closely with your companies and get estimates from them, or try to work with different shipping companies and compare the price. Supplier can also help you with the shipping problems here. So please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Okay, now the fifth step is to find your supplier in China and place an order. Once you have selected your supplier, request a PI, which is a pro forma invoice or quote sheet, for your prospective purchase to include the harmonized system number, description, and value per item. Your PI must show the weight and the package dimensions, as well as your term of purchase. Another point to check when you talk to your suppliers is to ensure the supplier will agree to shipping under FOB terms from their nearest port or airport, as this will greatly reduce your shipping cost and give you more control over the shipment. For example, if you were importing from China and the closest port to the supplier is Shanghai, you would request FOB Shanghai terms. If it's a trial order or small shipment, EXW will be also okay. Here, we also suggest you not always looking for the lowest price. If you get a quote that is significantly cheaper than the others, it may raise a red flag. You should know that there is no lowest price in China, only the lower and lower prices. Lowest price always accompanies with high risk, maybe quality, quantity, or reputation. Just find a reliable supplier and grow with them in a healthy way. Also, be sure to clarify your product details with your supplier. This is extremely important. If you aren't extremely clear to your supplier about your required specifications, there is a big chance that you would receive something that you didn't want. In addition, when you clarify all the product details, the supplier will also feel you are a very professional buyer and be very responsible for you. Okay, now the sixth step is to arrange your cargo transport. There are many costs associated with shipping goods, including container fees, packaging, terminal handling, and broker fees. In order to get a complete picture of shipping costs, each of these factors should be taken into account. Some suppliers have their cooperated freight forwarders. If you work with them, it's very convenient. However, the shipping cost may be a little bit more expensive. In some special cases, you may have a couple of different products from different suppliers, and you need extra service like product bundling, change packaging, etc. Now it's better for you to work with an agent like supplier. We have warehouse to help you stock your different products, and after we got every product, we will take care of all the bundling and packaging work, and we help you do pre-shipment inspection, etc. Then we will do the shipping for you directly with an even cheaper shipping price and make sure your shipment transportation quick and safe. After this, the next step is to track your cargo and get prepared for arrival. Normally, you will be notified via an arrival notice within 5 days or less of port arrival. When a shipment reaches the US, the importer of record will file entry documents for the goods with the port director at the goods port of entry. The entry documents include a bill of lading listing the items to be imported, an official invoice that lists the country of origin, purchase price, and tariff classification of the goods imported, a packing list, that details the imported goods, and an arrival notice provided by the freight agent. You will speed up the clearance of your goods through the border if you invoice your goods in a systematic manner, show the exact quantity of each item of goods in each box, case, or other package, put marks and numbers on each package, and show those marks or numbers on your invoice opposite the itemization of goods contained in the package that bears those marks and numbers. Again, it is always the importer of record's responsibility to arrange for examination and release of the goods. If problems arise that you need to troubleshoot, you should know the steps your goods go through when being cleared by customs of your country. Okay, now the last step is to obtain your shipment. When the goods arrive, make arrangements for your custom broker to clear them through customs. If everything goes well, then you can pick up your shipment. Here, if you choose our to-door service, you can just wait for your shipment arrived at your designated address, which makes the entire process simpler and more convenient for you. So, as summary, these are some general steps that you can follow when you import goods from China to US. Implementing what you are learning in practical situation is always the only way to really get to know the entire process better. We hope by following these tips and doing your research, you can benefit from importing from China. Please feel free to let us know if we can assist you in any way. Thank you for your attention and hope all of you have a nice day.